Hi, my name is Dave Newkirk. I'm the Browning rep in Kansas, Nebraska, and western Missouri. I work a lot of shows over the year at dealer stores and get a lot of questions from consumers about some of the questions about Citoris. First of all Citoris are created equal as far as mechanics go. Whether you buy a 28 gauge, a 410, a 20, a 12 gauge, either a sporting clay gun, a trap gun, or a field gun, mechanically they're all the same. So from the receiver, which is a CNC machined receiver out of a solid block of steel, to the monoblock on the barrels. Right here where your chambers are is one piece of steel that is then silver soldered. The barrels are then silver soldered onto this one piece of steel. You'll see a radius cut here in the bottom of the barrels. If you look in the bottom of Citori, you'll see a tapered locking lug. That tapered locking lug locks into these this tapered cut on the barrel. You can see on the bottom of a Citori all the locking bearing surfaces. Also on all Citoris are chrome lined chambers. You also have on the top of the Citori, on the trigger, you have a barrel selector. You can select which barrel fires first. With the gun on safe, you can slide it from side to side, see which barrel fires first. You can fire the upper first or the lower. Also on the Citori, you have automatic ejectors. If you load the gun, close the gun and don't shoot, open the gun up, it'll raise both shells up for you to just easily get to them. If you do shoot, pull the trigger, you'll have one will be ejected, the fired shell will be ejected, the other one will be raised up so you can get your fingers on it. We have backboard barrels, which is .742. Backboard out with the new, for 2010, is a removed forcing cone or a lengthened forcing cone, which means it's a free flow from the chamber all the way through the barrels, which aids in less shot deformation, and it also aids in pattern densities. With Invector Plus choke tubes, choke tubes also aid in better patterns. And on all your target guns, you will have ported barrels. Both barrels will be ported. That will reduce your muzzle jump so you can get the second follow-up shot a lot quicker. That's it.
2.5.
Hi, my name is Dave Newkirk. I'm the Browning rep in Missouri, Kansas, and West. Toasted it all. Hi, my name is Dave Newkirk. I'm the Browning rep in Kansas, Nebraska, and western Missouri. I work a lot of shows, dealer shows over the years, and I get questions from consumers that I wanted to go over with you today. This is a Browning Citori. Mechanically, all Citoris are created equal. Whether they be a 28 gauge, a 410, a 12 gauge, doesn't make any difference. Whether it be a trap gun, a skeet gun, or a hunting gun, or a sporting clay gun such as this one, mechanically they are all the same. Cosmetics are the only thing that makes them different from one another. We'll start off with a Citori receiver. The receiver on a Citori is CNC machined from a solid block of steel. So you start with a solid block of steel. It's all CNC machined, so you have a very heavy, sturdy receiver. If you'll look on the monoblock, which is this piece right here where the chambers are located, it is also milled and fitted from a solid piece of steel. On the back here, on the bottom of the barrels, you'll see a radius cut. If you look at the bottom of a Citori, you'll see a tapered locking lug on the bottom. That's where that's how the Citori locks up on the bottom. If you look at the bottom of the Citori, you can see all those locking bearing surfaces on the bottom. Also on a Citori, you have chrome lined chambers, automatic selective ejectors. If you load the gun and do not shoot, when you open the gun up, it just raises the shells up so you can take them out easily. If you do fire one round, open the gun up, it will automatically eject the one you fired. If you fire both rounds, it will eject both rounds out of the gun. And you'll notice that I hit the bottom of it to recock the hammer. Those are called inertia ejectors, or inertia hammers, I'm sorry. We also use chrome-plated chambers. On the 2010 Citoris 12 and 20 gauge, we have removed the forcing cones, lengthened the forcing cones, called Vector Pro. In that, together with a .742 backboring of the barrels and Invector Plus choke tubes, you get less shot deformation. You also get better patterns. We also, on your sporting clay guns, will also port the barrels on 12 gauge guns. We do not port barrels on 28s and 410s. We also, on a Citori, if you look down inside the receiver, you have a full-length hinge pin that these barrels swivel on. You'll note that you might have heard people say that Citori shoot in, not out, meaning the Citori stays tight for years and years. Hello, my name is Dave Newkirk. I'm the Browning rep in Kansas, Nebraska, and western Missouri. I work a lot of shows, a lot of dealer shows, talking to consumers, and just kind of wanted to go over the X-Bolt, the new X-Bolt rifle from Browning. All X-Bolts are created equal, meaning, and what that means is, whether they be a Hunter, a composite, a stainless, or this, the medallion, mechanically they all work the same. The only difference is cosmetics. This being a medallion, the cosmetic differences are, you have a gloss finish stock, they come with Uncle Mike super swivels, you have an influx recoil pad on all models. On the medallion model you have engraving on the receiver, a little bit higher grade of wood, and again mechanically everything works the same. You have a top tang safety that operates right here on the top, easily accessible. When the bolt is cocked, you also have a cocking indicator to let you know that the gun is cocked. Something new for the A-bolt, or the X-Bolt, I'm sorry, is when the gun is locked up on safe, the gun is locked. You have a bolt release on top. Just push the button, you can unload the bolt. You'll also notice there's 4 mounting screws on the top for your scope mounts, rather than the typical 2 on the rear and 2 on the front. We use 4, which strengthens to mount to the firearm. We have a fully free-floated barrel from the locking lug forward. The magazine is a detachable box magazine, which just little things that Browning thinks of. When you load this magazine, you can see when you load it that the magazine captures the shoulder of the shell, which keeps the bullet from being thrown, especially if you're using lead tip bullets. If you're on your ATV riding through the timber out to your deer stand, the gun bounces around a lot. In a standard magazine, that round will slide forward and you'll deform the tip. On an X-Bolt, that does not happen because the magazine captures the shoulder and does not allow that to happen. Another great feature on the X-Bolt is the lightning trigger system. There's no creep, there's no over travel. It's very tight. It's preset from the factory at 3.5 pounds. It's fully adjustable from 3 to 5 pounds, whichever you desire.